I love fitness so much that I would try to talk to everybody about it, trying to give them tips and tricks. Try not to be annoying about it either, because some people just don't want to hear that shit. So I was like aware that not everybody really cares as much as I do, but anytime like the opportunity presented itself, like maybe somebody started talking about their routine or something, I would be like, oh dude, like yeah, me too, like I've been going to the gym, this is what I eat, and then like just making it a natural conversation, right? And what would happen is I would try to help everybody that I talked to. Like I was really trying, again, being aware on whether somebody actually wanted the help or not. But the conversation would go as far as like me giving them a solid nutrition plan, because they would be seeing the results that I'm getting, right? They're like, damn, this dude, like, dude, you're fucking jacked. What do you do? And one of the first things I tell them is I do all the boring shit consistently. That's it. And then I would give them, like, I would even break it down, like, dude, this is the training that you should be doing, or, according to your schedule, try out this split, and then try out these workouts. Here's your nutrition plan, which is the most important, because most of the time I wouldn't even really touch the training a whole lot. It's the nutrition that people need to fucking lock in. But I would talk about the nutrition plan and even talk about some mindset stuff too, because I told them, like, you can have all this information, but if you don't have the right mindset to actually apply it consistently and long enough, for it to actually work, then it's useless. Like, you might as well just not even do it. And what would happen most times is I would run into an excuse. They would give me an excuse like, oh, well, either like I don't have time, or I don't really have the money to, go to the gym or eat like that. Which I still don't understand how people think that eating healthy is expensive. That makes no fucking sense. It literally saves you money. I started saving and, pocketing a lot more money when I stopped eating out, getting takeout, because that shit's expensive, compared to just getting fucking Whole Foods and cooking at home. Does it take a little more time? Yeah, but just dedicate a block of time to meal prep, and then you actually save time throughout the week. So it's just how you go about it, man. You just need a strategy. But either way, I would just run into excuses. Either like I'm saying, I don't have time, I don't have the fucking money, or just straight up like, oh, I'm gonna start later. Like, whatever the fuck that means. Like, what do you mean start later? Oh, I'm gonna start next Monday. Oh, I'm gonna start, like, I'm gonna get a new schedule soon, and I'm gonna wait until I get used to that schedule at work, a work schedule, and then I'll try to work out. And obviously that just it's not gonna happen, and it never does. And honestly, man, at first I thought it was me. I was like, damn, am I fucking up? Like, am I like not simplifying this enough for people to actually understand? Like, maybe I should explain this a little bit better. Maybe I suck. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? And then I finally came to realize that I was never the issue. It wasn't the plan that I was giving them. It wasn't how I was explaining it to them. It was the simple fact that most people don't actually want to change. People want to talk about it, they want to think about it, but the last thing they want to do is actually be about it. And fuck, like, why even show interest if you're not going to do anything about it? Like, what's the use? People don't actually want to change, man. They just want to feel like they're kind of changing. They want to say that they're trying, like, oh yeah, I'm kind of doing this, so that means I'm really good, right? It's like an ego thing, like, oh, that means like I'm changing, and I'm potentially doing better than other people. But if you're just backsliding all the time and you're not consistent, putting forth the effort that is required to reach the level that you want to be at, you're all talk, man. You're all fucking talk. You don't actually want to be about it. So what I ended up doing is I just like said, fuck it. And I just stopped trying to, convince people about it. I'll still have a conversation, I'll give tips and tricks. Like, I still help people out. I'll still give them information. But when it comes to like really trying to push them and like trying to convince them, basically, chase them, I don't know however you want to say it, I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, I'll give you all the information, I'll give you the tools, but like, if your mindset isn't there, man, like, that's on you. That is entirely your fault. And I'm not gonna, think negatively about myself because like I'm giving you all this information, I'm giving you my all, really trying to help somebody, and then they don't do it. And like I said, at first I would feel bad, like, damn, that's my fault. But I came to that realization, it's just fucking mindset. A lot of people they say they want that shit, but they're not actually willing to fucking do what it takes to get it. Like when people say they want to get rich, or something. You know, most people aren't rich because they're not fucking putting in the effort that it takes to achieve that. The best book I know about effort is called The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. That thing will shit all over your excuses, literally every single one. There's an example, it's near the beginning of the book too, if I remember correctly, you know, one of the first couple chapters or something, where he talks about how not to be a victim. And he used the example of getting rear-ended. You know, if somebody just like is paying attention to their phone and then they're not looking up, you know, that's fucking a lot of people these days, and then they rear end you, how to like, just, you're not a victim in that moment. Like, what mindset are you gonna have? Most people would get out of the car and be like, oh my God, poor me, how could you do that? What, like, whatever the fuck, you know, just that whole victim mentality. And in the book, he was like, how about you think about it this way? Like, he didn't say these, I'm not like quoting him, I don't really remember exactly, I just remember the story. And he said, instead of thinking about it that way, think about it this way. Like, maybe you should have left earlier. Maybe you should have drove a little quicker. Were you even going the speed limit? Because in that case, you wouldn't be in that exact position. Like, maybe you know, if you're going too fast, then maybe you wouldn't have been next to that car, you know, or maybe you're driving too slow or something. Like, he was just thinking about all these, or like naming up all these things as to how you could have actually avoided that. And basically what it's getting at is that, like, you need to work harder. And obviously, you know, like, you don't need to work harder at driving a specific way unless you're actually shitty at fucking driving. But you kind of, like, you get the point. Like, what the question is, like, what could you have done differently? What could you do better? Instead of just playing the fucking victim like most people do, what could you have done differently? Right? And then I don't think enough people take that mindset and like run with it. No, not enough people are doing that shit. Like, a lot, even right now, as I'm explaining this and people are watching this video, like, you're probably resonating with it in the moment, but then once something difficult comes your way, you're gonna find a way to be a fucking victim and make an excuse. By the way, making excuses is that victim mentality. And I really had to make some adjustments after reading that fucking book, man, because I was like, dude, I kind of fall into the place with what he's getting at. I was like, damn, I am looking at outside sources as to like what my problem is. Even with my business here, as I'm building it, I'm looking at, oh dude, it's just not, you know, whatever the case may be. And really at the end of the day, and I had a conversation with my mentor as well, and it lined up with the book. He's actually the one that recommended me to read the book, and it all came down to me not working hard enough. I didn't have the results that I wanted, and it's because I wasn't working hard enough, man. Simple as that. So that's a mindset that a lot of people could really take advantage of. Most people don't have that fucking mindset. A lot of people have that victim mentality, like, oh, poor me, or oh, there's this outside source that's fucking me over. That's the reason that I can't do it. So whenever somebody tells me like, oh, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, or I'm gonna start later, or really any fucking excuse, I'm just like, okay, you don't have the mentality to actually go forth with these fucking actions that are required to get this badass goal that you were just fucking spilling your guts to me about, right? And like, in that case, I don't even want to work with those people. I won't push them. Like, I won't like really try to reach out and like help them out. Like, if they ask for advice, like, I'm always there. Like, I'll help people out. I have no problem helping people out, giving them a plan, all that stuff. Depends on how detailed the plan, because sometimes I can get really like detailed with it and it takes a lot of effort. I'm not going to give effort to people that like aren't actually showing me that they're actually going to do anything about it, right? Adjust this camera. Oh shit. So like, if you're telling me that you want to do all these things, you have all these goals, like, oh, no more excuses, bro, like, I'm tired of being fat. I've been told that shit before in the DMs. People hitting me up like, dude, yeah, no more excuses, man, I'm ready to do this. But when it comes down to actually taking action, that's where the excuses come in, or that's where people will leave me on red, or they'll block me, or whatever. And that is the reason people will not be successful. They're just not ready for it. They, like I said, they're all talk. They want to talk about it. They want to fucking think about it, but they don't actually want to fucking be about it. And shit like that really blows my mind, because how many times do we live on this planet? How many times are we born here, bro? Look, as far as we know, it's only once. And you're gonna spend your one life being fucking fat and like being average, dude. Like, my biggest fear in the fucking world is being average. I am absolutely terrified of being just another average individual. And I'm not sure why. I think that's literally just how my brain is wired. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to max out whatever my goal was. So like when I played sports when I was a kid, I was like, oh man, I want to fucking be in the NFL. I want to be, you know, a famous athlete. I want to be the fucking best. I even thought about like, oh my God, like that one job being an astronaut would be so fucking sick. Or when I was thinking about joining the military, when I started playing with like little GI Joes and stuff, I was like, oh my God, dude, I want to fucking be special operations. I want to join fucking Delta Force, be in fucking SEAL Team 6, all this shit. Like I would just, well, not you just, but like, I would just max out my fucking goal. Whatever I wanted to do, whatever like the fucking, whatever route my desire was going, I wanted to fucking max it out, dude. I feel like that's the reason that I really resonated with that book, the 10X Rule, because it talks about 100% effort. Like, if you don't have the goal that you want, you're not working hard enough. Simple as that. It's never an outside source that is the issue. It's only your fucking effort. And something else it talks about is lowering your fucking goal. So if you're going after a goal and it's like, oh, it's a really big goal or whatever, like too big, and you're just having issues reaching it, then what people tend to do is actually lower the fucking target, lower the goal, and make it like super easy to hit. And then you hit it and then you're not actually satisfied, you know? So like what's the point of lowering the goal? All you need to do, instead of lowering the goal, what you need to do is increase your fucking effort. And that's what I like to tell a lot of people when it comes to training and nutrition. Like, dude, you have the training and nutrition plan, here you go, but you don't have the fucking mindset. You are just not increasing your effort, right? And so when people give me all these excuses, it makes me not want to work with them. And you know, at the end of the day, you're just gonna be another average fucking Joe. You're just gonna be another average person, you know, NPC that you see around here. Fuck that, dude. I fucking refuse. Even if I'm not rich, I will have a fucking physique that stands out. And I already know I'm above average because, you know, I'm in better shape than most people. So, excuse me, I feel like that's a display of my mindset, is my physique, you know? So I'm still trying to get better too. Like I'm never like I'm not saying my mindset is 100% locked in and perfect. Like there's always room to improve, right? I just feel like I'm at least on the right track, and I'm, you know, doing as much as I can right now. And you know what? Fuck that. No, I'm not. I'm not doing as much as I can right now. So that's the comment that I wanted to stay away from. I really am like giving it like some good effort here, like really trying as far as my physique and my business, but I know that there's always room to grow. And that's why I have a mentor too. And that's why you guys need to invest in yourself. When I like hired my mentor, I wasn't like, oh man, like I don't have enough money, or I don't have the time, or whatever bullshit excuse. Like I knew that I needed to do it. I knew that I needed to surround myself with people that are doing more than me. That is the only way to fucking do it, man. Like everybody needs a mentor. If you're around a bunch of people that are just broken average and tell you that you're doing good, that you're doing enough, then that's all you're ever gonna fucking be, man. If you don't have anybody that's challenging you, then you're not gonna fucking change. Challenging you to get out of your fucking comfort zone, because you're not gonna break any personal goals or any you know, your personal limits if you're just fucking chilling, jerking off in your fucking comfort bubble. You need to fucking get the fuck out there and really put in some fucking effort, man. If you keep saying that you want to do these things but you don't do them, your issue is not a strategy problem. It is just like a decision problem. You're just not fucking doing it. You know what to do, but you're not doing it. And like, I don't know what I wish I could. I really wish that I could be that fire that lights underneath someone's fucking ass to get them to fucking get up and move, because it freaking really does motivate me to see underdogs win, dude. Like whenever I'm in the gym and I see like an old person in there, like the other day I saw this old dude in the gym. This guy was walking like at the speed of a fucking snail. I was like, holy shit, bro. But I wasn't like thinking about it in a negative way. I was like, dude, that is freaking awesome. He decided to be the oldest person in the gym rather than the youngest person in the fucking goddamn nursery home or whatever the fuck that place is called. And I was really tempted to go up to him and be like, dude, you freaking inspire me. Like, hey man, like I was gonna go up to him and be like, hey man, like it's good to see you. How's your day? You know, just create a conversation with him. But I don't know. I didn't want to bother him. Maybe I will next time if I see him in there again. But he was like, he had a walker and he was just like barely, like I said, barely even moving the speed of a snail. I didn't see what exercises he was doing because I was locked in on my own fucking routine. But dude, oh my God, it freaking inspired me, dude. Like almost to the point of where like, oh my God, like I how do I explain it? Like I was just in awe. Like I just was still, like I was kind of like just not staring. Like I kind of was staring, not gonna lie. Like I was kind of staring, but trying to make it like, you know, general, like more natural instead of just like, because that's like fucking like, dude, you're weird. But goddamn, I love seeing that shit. When I see a super fucking fat person in the gym, I'm like, fuck yes, hell yeah. Like that shit motivates me, bro. Like I love seeing that stuff. And it really does fire me up. And it reminds me that I don't have any excuses. All this to say that when you are ready to take action, you won't need fucking convincing. You will just fucking do it. Plain and simple. Any excuse is irrelevant to you. It doesn't matter. All you will do instead is increase your fucking effort. Either you find a way or you find an excuse. Simple as that. I feel like I repeat myself all the time, but it really is as simple as that. And not enough people get told this shit. You know, a lot of people in your circle are okay with you being comfortable. They're telling you, oh man, yeah, you're working hard, you're doing enough. You know, why don't you kick your feet up, you know, kick the boots off and just rest for now. Like, you're good, man, you're good. If you do that shit, you're gonna stay exactly where the fuck you're at. You're gonna stay exactly like your fucking circle. You need to work harder than everybody around you if you want to ever get the fuck out of your fucking circle. And no offense to them, like if your circle is like family and friends and you love them, like of course, like keep them in your life. But as far as upgrading yourself, like leveling the fuck up, you can't listen to them, man, when they're telling you in those moments like, oh, you're doing good. Instead, like I'm just like, no, you need to work harder. Like that's what I tell to my fucking clients. Like they're telling me like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, and like you know, I'm just not seeing, you know, I'm just not able to hit my protein goal. I'm like, you're not trying hard enough. Simple as that, bro. I tell them straight the fuck up, like exactly that, like they need to hear it. And I'll identify what they're doing wrong, and I'll just straight up, plain and simple, like you're not working hard enough. While you're not fucking logging your food, you're not weighing yourself, you fucking skip the gym. That's why. Like whatever outside source, like, oh, I didn't have time. Bullshit. Yeah, you did. It's just not a priority anymore. Simple as that, man. When you are ready to take action and you are actually serious about it, you won't need fucking convincing. You will do it. If you stayed this long throughout the video, I appreciate you. I really do. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the comment section or in the description. I have my Instagram. I respond a little quicker on Instagram. Just click it and then you'll come across my profile and then just send me a DM, and then we can have a conversation about, you know, training, nutrition, mindset. And then I also have a free training in the description as well. It basically breaks down the system that I use for myself and my clients, and it's exactly how we get results. So yeah, either way, appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.